Hey guys, I'm Sartorial Phil. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a little bit different. It's one of my runway show reviews, except I've only done them for Louis Vuitton in the past. This is a little bit special because this is Christopher Bailey's last runway show and collection for Burberry. And Burberry is the first brand that I actually personally have kind of luxury experience with. When I think I talked a little bit about this in my February capsule collection video. The first luxury item I got when I graduated college was a Burberry trench coat. So it was the navy blue, which I have a video of showing how to tie the belt in the back. So it kind of has a bit of a sentimental value. I haven't been following Burberry too close after that. I do have some Pour-Some pieces. I did look at the fall winter 2018 and there are a few pieces that I would really like to try and possibly get if they fit me well. So I'm on the website, and the first piece is what's called the vintage check panel silk shell suit jacket. And you can see it over here. It looks like a few pieces of geometric patches, and then you have the signature check pattern on it as well, but in the vintage color or the pattern. And it is $14.50 in the US. Since these are the fall winter 2018 items, they're not going to land till the second half of this year. And what's cool about it, this for me at least, is that it's 100% silk, and being the runway collection, it's made in Italy. Unlike a lot of Burberry items now, if you check the labels, they're no longer made in Europe, but a lot of them are made in Asia, but they're still kind of charging the same luxury prices. I will say I'm getting too used to Louis Vuitton prices, so if this is a 100% silk jacket, $14.50 seems like it's really reasonable, because if Louis Vuitton was to have a jacket like this that's in 100% silk, I'm sure it's going to be well over $2,000. My one thing that I'm hesitant about pre-ordering this jacket, I do like the design. I kind of have to see if it works on me, but as you can see on the model, it looks very baggy, and I'm not typically a big fan of baggy silhouettes. I like more streamlined and slim silhouettes. But still, I think the pattern is really cool, and I do know Burberry usually can alter, even if it's a silk jacket, they can probably alter the sleeve, so I think that's something I would do if I do end up picking this up. And here is another jacket. It's also a silk jacket, but this one is reversible, and it's called the tie-dye silk shell suit jacket. So this is showing you the more tie-dye side with the medium blue and the teal, and it has the black Burberry stripe diagonally, and then you can see the vintage check on the other side, so it's in the button placket here. And on the front side, or this tie-dye side, this is silk, 100% silk, but on the opposite side, which is the check, that is in polyester. Again, price-wise, this is pretty good for a jacket that is 100% silk. Obviously, the lining's usually different, so that's fine. And it's nice that it can be worn two ways. You can wear it on this side, but you can still have some of the tie-dye and the blue peeking through. Or you can wear it on the other side, and then you have the vintage check peeking through. You know, this is $18.50 compared to the first one that I showed you, which was $14.50. So $400 more for being able to reverse it. This next piece is the silk shirt. So in this picture on this model, it's being covered partially by the jacket. And this says $970. It is also a 100% silk piece. Again, if you were to get something like this from Louis Vuitton, like the pajama shirt that I have, it's almost $2,000, so it's like twice as much. And I really love this mix of print. I'm not sure if the entire thing was lifted from the archives, it seems like something maybe they probably rehashed. So elements from archival silk prints, like silk scarves prints, that's what it looks like. They were put together by the creative mind of Christopher Bailey and then put together into this shirt. I really like how the check blends in and becomes a background pattern, but you have a lot of interesting things going on in this shirt. You can see the logos, the frame, rope, these kind of medallions and tassels, and then you have what look like either roses or peonies in the front. And this is again the sizing of this is something that I'm a little hesitant on. You can see how long this is on the model, and I'm sure this model is at least 6 feet tall. At least that's what it kind of looks like. And the shirt is really long. So I'm not sure how it would look exactly if you tuck it in, because if you tuck it into your pants, you're gonna cut, it's like probably half of this circle off in the front. So this is, for me, it's kind of like an what they call an overshirt. It's, even though it's stylized like a button up, you can kind of throw it on like a jacket, like a really thin jacket. So that's what I think this is gonna work as. This is another silk shirt, so it's the same price, $970, but it's a different print. And I also like this jacket on the model here, but I couldn't find information about it. It looks like it has a really subtle check pattern in the piping here, which I really like subtle patterns like that. I don't scream like the monogram or the branding. But this specific one, this is the green silk shirt. And then you have the vintage logo Burberry's in the back as well, but I think it's part of the print, it's not actually a label. You see the check on the collar as well, but this is on the back side, which I really like that detail. So here's a really good shot of the front and the back. You have the equestrian logo right in front, and these also come with two front pockets, two front chest pockets. They have that similar like diamond effect with the check. They have the vintage, I believe these are the vintage logos on the sleeves, and then on the back you have different medallions. I think this has to do with like the heritage of Burberry's and its relationship with England. And then same with the other one, and Burberry's is also in the shirt tail. Again, you can see how long this is. So it feels more like an overshirt than it is just like a regular button-up shirt. This is the last item that I'm featuring, and I'm not sure if I could actually make this work, but I just thought they look kind of cool. So these are strap detail jersey leggings, and these are $390, which I think is pretty reasonable for a pair of pants. These are also made in Italy. So these kind of have that bondage effect that I think Martin Margiela was big on, so that brand. And then I think Helmut Lang also featured some of this style. And on these straps it has Burberry on it. I don't know if I could actually pull this off, but it just seems like a pretty cool look. And for me, if I were to stylize this, I wouldn't be wearing the kilt because that's just not my style, but I would be wearing some sort of coat, like a trench coat, something that would cover part of the pelvis area, because these are leggings, so they kind of show everything, I would say. So I wouldn't wear them as actual leggings, but it's just more for the details in the strap here. But whatever shirt I'm wearing, it would have to be untucked. So it might look interesting being paired with these silk shirts that I showed you earlier. Since these are gonna drape over like your thighs, they could possibly work with these, and it'll be a really big contrast because this has kind of a punk vibe, and the shirt has a very romantic vibe to them. So it looks like two opposite things, but they could work together. So these are my top picks from the Fall/Winter 2018 collection. I'm excited to see them in store. I hope they aren't going to be super limited, but again, being a final collection, you never know how the stock will go, because a lot of people and collectors like myself want a piece of the history. You know, this Christopher Bailey has been at the house for, I forget, like probably a decade now. I forget exactly, but it's probably around that time. So I'd like to know what you think about this final collection. Are there pieces that you're interested in? Have you actually already pre-ordered some of them? And if you're interested in getting any in the February capsule collection as well. And I'll link to my video that I did for the few pieces that I picked up from the capsule collection if you want to check that out. So thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos and check me out on Instagram for the latest updates and exclusive content. And I hope to see you in my next video.